What is up, everybody? It's time for my 2018 Super Metroid speedrun. And we're going to try to break last year's record, which was actually my all-time Super Metroid record of 1 hour and 38 minutes. So we're going to go ahead and delete save here, start a new one. As usual, I'm keeping the top save intact. That is the save of a friend of mine who played through this game. And I just wanted to tell him one thing before I get started here. Never, ever, ever save at that last save point, because this is one of those games that locks you in. There's a door that closes before the final battle. So you cannot return and explore the world if you save at this final save point. It's probably the one real major design mistake to be found in this game, in my opinion, anyway. So you always want to save at that second to last save point, which is up in the top right part of the final area. So let's see, moonwalk off. Definitely want to keep the moonwalk off. One of my biggest tips for this game: do not turn the moonwalk on. It's a bad idea. So we're going to go ahead and start the game. I'm not going to be talking a whole lot during this speed run, partly because I haven't recorded any gameplay in a few months now, and I'm very out of practice on talking and playing at the same time. Also because I've discovered that when I'm doing something that requires a lot of focus, like a speed run type deal, whenever I talk while I'm playing, it causes me to make mistakes with my gameplay. So I have a choice. I can either not play as well and have a lot to say, or I can play well and have a lot of pauses, you know, just not say a whole lot. So I'm going to do all my talking right now while I'm not playing, and then once the actual game begins, I'm going to taper off a bit on the speaky, just kind of tone it down a little bit, and have a bit more silencio, and hopefully that will help me. Now, I have not been practicing Super Metroid for the past year. It's not like this is, you know, my latest run and I've got all kinds of new techniques. To be quite frank, I have not really played Super Metroid since my last speedrun, until about an hour ago. And basically just refamiliarized myself with the controls a little bit, kind of got geared up for another run, you know, practiced my wall jumping, practiced doing the little mock ball kind of speed booster little technique there. So yeah, practiced a little bit right before I started recording, and that's about it. So yeah, haven't been going all out with getting ready for this run. This was just a spontaneous run. I'm not a professional speedrunner, just like all my other Super Metroid speedruns that I've done the last couple of years. Just a spur of the moment kind of thing. Just because it's fun. It's fun to just sit down and say, hey, you know what? Today I feel like running Super Metroid, so I think I'm just gonna go ahead and do that. So yeah, very spontaneous. Haven't had a whole lot of practice, but you know what? I think it's all gonna come back to me very, very quickly. Also, one thing I have done is I've looked into some YouTube videos. I've watched some of the great Super Metroid speedrunners out there, which there are some amazing Super Metroid players out there. And I've watched some of their techniques, and yeah, I've learned a couple of new things about how to get through this game quickly, and I'm going to try to apply those new techniques that I've discovered in this speed run, and I'm excited. I'm excited to try some new things. And let's practice my wall jumping a little right here. Wall jumping in this game is not easy. The good news is it's completely unnecessary to finish the game. You do not need to know how to wall jump to get through this game at all. It's purely something that saves you time, you know. It's one of those things that you can learn after the fact to get through the game quicker and have an easier time with it. I love the way this guy knocks you out of the air when he comes back. Oh, I missed it that time. But yeah, if you're jumping when he swoops in, he will knock you right out of his way, and it's pretty awesome. So yeah, got some new tricks to try. I'm going to attempt to skip the Spore Spawn fight. I'm not sure if I've successfully done that in the past. I would have to review my last run to find out, because if there's any point where I succeeded in something like that, it would have been the last run, where I set my own personal record of 1 hour and 38 minutes. which I'm going to try very hard to beat today. Actually, my goal for today is less than an hour and a half. That's what I'm shooting for, under 1:30. However, as long as I beat last year's record, I'll be happy with that. So let's find out. Let's find out together. Let's find out if I can beat my previous record. The only real difference between this year and last year is that I'm a little more confident with my playing ability this time, having set a record for myself previously and feeling like I can improve on last year's run. I really do feel like I can improve on it. So I'm confident in that regard. And knowing a few new tricks, I think we're in good shape. We're in good shape to set a new personal record for 2018. All right, time to get going with this. Boom. I just want to say that this game has an incredible physics engine. It has one of the best physics engines of any game I've ever played. And what I mean by that is there are so many different ways that you can tackle any particular issue in this game. You know, the play control is loose. It's very open to interpretation. I don't know if that makes any sense, but there are just so many different little things you can do in this game to kind of alter your trajectory, alter your momentum, that most games just don't really give you that kind of freedom, you know. Most games, especially from this era, are fairly rigid in their play control. And yeah, this game, very loose with the play control, very loose physics. There's all kinds of stuff you can do. It's a lot like Mario RPG, not Mario RPG, Super Mario 64 is very similar. It's a lot like Mario 64. What's another one? Mega Man X. Mega Man X has fairly loose play control to an extent. Not as much so as this game, but to an extent. So there's a lot you can do in that game with momentum and trajectories and so forth. So yeah, I like games like this, and that give you a variety of ways that you can approach different issues. All right, boom, got the first missile, and we are off and running. So it's time for me to kind of slow down with the speaking. I'm still gonna have things to say. If I make a mistake, I'm gonna call myself out. If I do something well, I'm gonna give myself a pat on the back. So you're still gonna hear from me, but it's going to be a more sporadic amount of talking from this point onward, because this is where you need to start concentrating. This is where the battles begin, and yeah, here we go. You also might hear some doubling up on the in-game sound because I have the sound on my TV so that I can enjoy this playthrough more. I'm not going to mute the TV and put on headphones. I'm just going to play the TV because that's what I feel like doing. So you might hear a little bit of doubling up on the sound. And if that's the case, I apologize. Hopefully it's not too bad. Hopefully it doesn't interfere with the video quality at all. But yeah, my main objective here is to have fun. And that's what I am going to be doing. This hallway is obnoxious, by the way. It is a very lengthy hallway. Oof. Damn it. Now, I'm going to only have 5 missiles to work with for a little while here, so it's important that I try to refill them on the fly, if at all possible. Ugh, get up there. Now, I'm also going to try to skip the Spore Spawn fight, which I don't believe I did in my previous speed runs. I believe I just went ahead and fought the spore spawn each time. I really like that fight. It's a very cool fight, and just having some wall jump practice, which I apparently definitely need. All right, here we go. This is a guy that you want to back up into the corner because, like most bullies, when you back him up, he wimps out a little bit. Oh, we're getting close here. Oh shoot, that was close. That was close. All right, I gotta refill my missiles like stat. See the physics engine in this game? It's crazy. I'm just like jumping up in the air, shooting, firing downward. It's just a great physics engine. But yeah, I'm going to attempt to skip the spore spawn fight in this run. I think that's the only boss that I know how to skip, per se. I don't know about skipping the other bosses. Obviously, you have to defeat the 4 main bosses in order to unlock the final area, but not too sure about the various mini-bosses. But yeah, I'm just going to focus on one thing at a time. You know, the idea is maybe every year around the beginning of summer, I'll do another Super Metroid speedrun. It's become a bit of a ritual the last couple of years. So maybe I'll keep it going. And hopefully each time I can learn something new and just bring that time down a little more each year. I'm not a professional, but this is one of my favorite games. And playing it once a year is just a really, really fantastic time for me. I just did a very quick mock ball there for no real reason, just practicing, because this next part I'm going to have to pull off a mock ball in order to get the super missiles early and skip spore spawn. I have never been good at this. It's always taken me many tries, but I watched a couple really good YouTube tutorials on it, and I'm confident that I might be able to pull it off in a timely manner this time. All right, here we go. Ooh, no. That was a fail. That was a fail. That was a fail. So what you want to do is you want to get a lot of momentum. You know, half of speedrunning this game is just momentum and understanding it. You want to get a lot of momentum going through this door. And man, I am failing at this. Okay, time to be quiet. Hold on. Whew! Hell yes. Damn it. That really sucks. I don't have any missiles left. I need missiles. Give me missiles. Give me missiles. I really want to get that reserve tank in that other room. Oh, you know what? I can use this to get the reserve tank. Boom. A boom. Now this is going to eat up a few seconds, but that's okay. So this reserve tank will help me out quite a bit, I think. One of the problems I always run into in these low-level runs, or low-time runs rather, is that I never seem to have enough energy to defeat some of the later bosses without cutting it very close. Wow, that was hard for some reason. Without cutting it very close on energy. So this reserve tank should be a big help with that. So yeah, I just got the super missiles early, and that will allow me to skip the spore spawn fight, which should save a lot of time. Now the mock ball technique, very hard to do. I think that's the first time I've ever actually succeeded at it in like a timely manner at all. It's just a matter of getting that momentum and landing correctly. You have to really stick the landing. You press down as you're coming down from your fast jump to kind of break out of the jump, and then you have to hit like down and forward at the same time in almost a Hadouken motion in order to give yourself that momentum and continue rolling in a fast motion. Now the thing that I never got was that you have to actually double tap jump. I would always try to, or not jump, you have to double tap the down button. I would always try to hit like down forward as I landed. That's not what you do. You hit down and then down forward. So you double tap down. The second tap, you want to get right in on that action. So like down, down, right, like so, you know. So yeah, once you get the kind of Hadouken-ish motion down, it's not super hard to do. I'm gonna see if I can do it again here. Hold on. Oh, never mind. That's not the room I thought it was. I'm gonna see if I can get this missile up here. Hold on. Whew! Nice. Nice. That's an easy to get missile. It's not gonna cost me very much time, but it'll help me. One of my main fears on this run is not having enough missiles to open doors and having to farm them, which would eat up a ton of time. That actually kind of happened in that previous room until I realized that I could just grab the super missiles and use that to open the door. Okay, here we go. Sprint across the bridge. I think we have another door over here. Oh shit, gotta watch my energy. Time for some really good music now. Should I get the energy over here? Yeah, screw it, I'll get the energy. Let's do it. Better safe than sorry, right? Unfortunately, it does not charge your reserve tank. Alright, I'm looking at the timer on my recording right now. It looks like we're at around 13 minutes, which seems like a little more than I would like for this point in the game, but it's okay. It'd be good if I could keep some super missiles for Kraid, just to hasten his demise. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. Actually, you know what? I'm going to need a super missile just to get to him, if I remember correctly. So I better keep that last one handy. Oh, don't want to get caught by that guy. Yes, that'll help. Very good. So do I grab the high jump boots first? No, I'm going to sequence break. This is a very minor sequence break, though. Just got to get a good wall jump going here. Now that block, unfortunately, regenerates. So, nice! Got it in one try. Very good. It's not as hard as it looks, even though it's just one block. We're doing actually pretty well here, I think. Considering I'm woefully out of practice. Oh, get up there. That's part of the fun of this, though. Part of the fun of it is that I'm not like practicing this on a daily basis and, you know, getting good. I'm not doing that. I'm just impromptu, spur of the moment. Let's see how I do compared to last time, you know. And it is a large portion of the fun, is just the spontaneity of it. And it really is a test, you know, of my, I don't want to say skill, but just how much have I learned, I guess, since the last time that I attempted something like this. Just trying to get a little energy real quick. There we go, that'll do. Ugh. Alright, got 5 super missiles, so that'll definitely help for this fight. Just a quick note about this. I've always felt like this door looks very odd. You know, I think it's supposed to be a metal door, but it doesn't really look like all the other metal doors in the game. It's like halfway between a red door and a metal door, which is kind of weird. So we got him into big mode very quickly there. Because we don't have the high jump boots, I'm going to have to wall jump to get up here and hit him. Come on, open up. There we go. Boom. Got him. Man, he's still going. Oh! Look at that. I even missed the spikes when I fell down. Man, I am rolling right now. Absolutely rolling. Boom. Boom! Hope this is an entertaining watch. As entertaining a watch as it is a play. Because I am having a lot of fun right now. Boom. Get that door open. We are speeding right now. So there's an energy tank I have to grab on the way out of this place. Then I'll get down to Norfair, grab the high jump boots. What's next after that? I'm trying to remember here. I'm going to go ahead and just use some missiles in this room to speed things up a tad bit. There we go. Yeah, this part you're definitely supposed to have the high jump boots for. And yeah, I have to watch my energy because it's really easy when you're speedrunning to run out of energy just from plowing into everything in your path. Which honestly is something I'm not that great at in general in games. I like to speed through areas. I take a lot of hits when I play games. And then I get to be low health, and then I suddenly decide it's time to be careful and play well. But yeah, put me in a game at full health, and I will just blaze my way through it with recklessness. That's just kind of my style, I guess. Come on, take that elevator. There we go. Okay, we're moving. Moving right along. So we're going to grab the high jump boots, then the speed booster. There's a huge area skip that you can do around this point in the game where you can basically skip getting the ice beam and I think the grappling beam as well. However, it's a very hard trick to pull off and I've never been really that good at that particular trick, so I'm probably not going to do that, unfortunately. Whew, nice. So that'll save me a little bit of time. I don't have to wait for that dude to path when I leave the high jump boot room. Normally you have to wait for that dude to path around so that you can unlock the door to escape. Alright, high jump boots. Boom. Now I can jump high, as the name implies. Okay. So next we want to get the speed booster, I believe. And then what's after that? The if I can grab the wave beam, that would help too. And then I'm going to have to eat up a whole bunch of time going and getting the power bombs, since I am not good with the sequence break for that part. But it's okay, because I'm making good time for my my own personal history of playing this game. I believe I usually take quite a bit longer to get to this particular point that I'm on now. And I believe I've mentioned this in pretty much every single playthrough I've ever recorded of this game. But this missile right here is the last power-up in the game that I ever found. So when I was going for 100% back in the day, trying to find everything in this game, I was stuck at 99% for the longest time. And that one missile was the last thing I was missing. So just a little trivia bit right there. I believe I had to order the guide, actually. I needed the Nintendo Power Guide in order to find that missile. Never did find it on my own. Which means that I found pretty much everything else on my own, which is pretty cool. I'm going to pat myself on the back for that one. But yeah, that last one, they got me. Whew. Damn it. So close. Okay, here we go. Boom! Got it. Okay, the wave beam is in the next room down, so... Question is, do I go back for the wave beam or do I just continue? I wonder if all these item jingles count towards your overall time. I imagine they do. It's too bad there's no way to disable them. That would probably take off a few minutes from every speed run ever. Whew! I love the speed booster. What a cool item. Alright, now I'm going to very quickly grab the wave beam. Just to have it. One more. So this is another part where you have to do a very carefully timed wall jump. Here we go. Oof, messed that one up. Oof, God damn it. Excuse my friend Kai, but I really messed that up. There we go. My energy is a little low though, so I'm gonna have to start being a little more careful. Oof, that was unnecessary right there. Grab the energy. Boom. Okay. Gotta concentrate now. Ooh, that was some nice momentum on that jump. Not bad, not bad. Wait, no, that's the way I came from, so we don't want to go back that way. Now with the wave beam, I believe you can shoot through walls, and you can take these guys out. Oh. Perfect. All right. Zip through here. So I believe our next stop is the ice beam. Is it? Yeah, it's that door. I love how when you fire the super missile, it causes everything to fall down. Everything that's like on a platform just falls. It's just such a cool effect. I love it. Okay. This is one of those parts where you can save yourself a few seconds, or you can mess it up and negate the whole point. Alright, ice beam acquired. And we are still under a half an hour, so very good. Very good for me, that is. God damn it. I accidentally froze the wrong one. Okay, we're just gonna go ahead and do that. Alright, so I need the ice beam to get to the power bombs. But once I'm done with this next section, I think I'm actually going to turn the ice beam off. I don't know if this is a good idea or not. It's just something I thought of a second ago. I feel like if I turn the ice beam off, it'll take one fewer hit to defeat most of these enemies. Because I think the ice beam adds one hit to everything. Things that would normally take one hit now take two because you freeze them on the first hit, you know? Stuff like that. So I think I'm going to actually disable the ice beam and go without it for a while. Whew! You see that? That was skill. That was some skill right there. Nice. Alright, time for my least favorite room in the entire game. Yeah, that went well. It's really not a bad room, it's just, you know, you make one mistake in that room and it really just messes up your day. I mean, my health is a little low for comfort here. So yeah, a lot of these missiles I'm grabbing probably aren't necessary to beat the game, but if it's easy to get and it doesn't take much time, why not? It'll make things a little easier overall. You know, if you don't run out of missiles at an inopportune time, it could save you from having to farm more of them, which can only be a good thing. Hopefully I got both doors with that one. Nope. Wait, that's not a power bomb door. For some reason I remember this being a power bomb door. Well, you definitely have to use a power bomb inside this room. So I'm going to go ahead and roll right under these guys. This is another unnecessary item to get. You can just go right back the way you came, skip this room entirely. I may come to regret that I didn't do that. Because this room is very dangerous, actually. Very, very dangerous. There we go. And yes, you do have to defeat those guys in order to leave. Shit. Excuse my language. Excuse my language. Okay, we're good. We're good. Still alive. I hate this room so much. There we go. Whew! I still have that reserve tank too. Don't forget about that. Problem is, I don't actually know how much energy is in the reserve tank. I would have to pause the game to look, and I do not want to break my momentum here. maybe I can get a little energy on these guys. Maybe a little of that. Or I can just lose more. Yeah. Alright, that's enough. There's actually a health thing over here that I should probably take advantage of, but I'm not going to, because it'll make the game a little more interesting. Alright, here we go. Turning off the... Ooh, looks like my reserve tank's full. That's good. Turning off the ice beam. Actually, you know what? The ice beam is good for these guys. These guys that try to grab you. Whew, okay. I'm not going to blow this up yet because I feel like it'll take longer to run through that room if I have to run back through it again. I'll wait until the last time I run through it to blow it up. Alright, I believe the next stop is Krokelmeyer. Mr. Krokelmeyer. I don't know if it's Krokelmeyer or Krokelmeyer. It could be either. Couldn't tell ya. Alright, here we go. Krokelmeyer. Trying to take any hits. Can't afford it. Oh, damn it. God damn it. This is the world's sloppiest Krokelmeyer run, but I don't want to take any chances. Whew. Oh man, you think I can get to this energy tank without dying? Because I'm not so sure. I'm just going to play it safe and wait for the energy restoration component. Actually, you know what? I'll just grab the grappling beam. It's right here anyway. Be a little safer. I'll still try to make the long jump to grab the energy tank, but if I miss it, at least I'll have the grappling beam to bail me out. Look at that. Skipped all those jumps. Kapow. I could really use a an ammo restore for some of this stuff. No super missiles. Not good. All right, here we go. Uh-oh. That's not good. I need some super missiles. I don't seem to have any. What should I do? Oh, here we go. Here we go. Our problems are solved. All of our ammo problems are solved. Okay, one more. One more round. Good, good, good. Should probably do one more, but okay, we got another one right here. I'm going to use that one to get some more missiles. There we go. Looks like we're full on super missiles. That can only be a good thing. Alright. Time to grab that energy tank. Wait, hold on. There we go. Okay. Undershot that a little tiny bit. There we go. So, yeah. Got my energy restored. I'm going to try to conserve it a little better from here on out. Alright. Now, I remember last year I had a lot of trouble with this particular room for some unknown reason. So we're just going to try to avoid that happening again. Oh, wow. Look at that. What is it about this room in particular? Okay. Boom. Get across there. Good. Yeah, I don't know why, but I had a lot of trouble with that room last year. It kept falling down. So I believe this is where I have to go all the way back to the surface, if I'm not mistaken. It's time for Fantoon. I think this is roughly the halfway point of the game, and we're at about a little under 40 minutes, I believe. So I'm actually very much on track to beat my previous record. Very much on track. Excellent. Ice beams gotta come back out here. Ah. Yes. Very good. Whew. All right, say bye to the awesome music and say hello to more awesome music. Not in this room, but I like the first Criteria theme, the kind of thunderous outdoor rainy theme. It's cool when it clears up, though. It's scenic in its own way. Whew, damn it. The excellent physics are on full display in this particular room because you can really do some interesting stunts with the grappling beam. Yeah, it feels very natural control-wise. Oh! That was bad. That was really bad. Anyway, we've got some new music here. The nice stormy theme is out, replaced with something a little more triumphant. Oh man. Really botching this room. I'm sorry. Get my confidence level back up here. That was smooth AF. Also smooth. Smooth room transitions here. Come on. Come on. This is not working. Nice. So this is where you do not want the moonwalk on, because it will completely mess this part up, and you will probably die. Time to finish this. Damn it. Botched it. Had a perfect shot there at the end and I botched it. Practice my wall jumping, it's just not happening for me here. Man, it's just not happening. Whew, okay. I think maybe my thumbs are getting a wee bit tired. Yeah, I seem to be forgetting something. You do not want to leave the wrecked ship without the gravity suit. Very important. Very, very important. I might need more energy than this if I want to defeat Dragon. Especially with the grappling beam trick. It's not going to go my way. Hey, I just heard a door opening. Pretty sure there's not a door there, though. You know, I need to check this real quick. Huh. Maybe it was the door. Never mind. I guess it was the door that you first enter that area through. Just passed by the game's most mysterious creature. It's a little beamer dude that just kind of follows your motions. Very mysterious. It's the only one of its kind as far as I know. Trying to think where I can get one more energy tank. Where can I find one more energy tank that won't take very much time to get? Actually, you know what? There's one on the way to Dragon in that breakable ceiling. I think I'm going to go for that one. Keep in mind that I have not saved my game yet, so I may not save my game at all on this run, as terrible of an idea as that is. I mean, this is not a no-save run, it's just a speed run. I may want to at least save my game before Dragon, because Dragon... Is it Dragon or Dragon? I think it's Dragon, actually. Yeah, Dragon is a fight where a lot of stuff can go wrong very easily, so maybe wise to save at that point. Oh, I just realized there's an energy tank over here in this area. If I can get to it, that is. I believe that last time I ran the game, I actually died on this part. So let's try to avoid that. Yeah, I definitely died on this part. I remember this now. Excellent. I still have very fond memories of the very first time I ever got an energy tank in a Metroid game. It was Metroid 2 on the Game Boy. And very early in the game, you get your first energy tank, and it was a legitimate magical moment for me. Because it took me forever to find that thing. And once I found it, I was like, oh man. They just have such a captivating design, too, the energy tanks in this game. It's just, yeah, you just want to collect them all, you know? Okay. Be very careful here. Don't want to take too much damage. Got all my health back. Want to keep it that way. Ooh, that was a nice save. Very nice save. Okay, here we go. So there's one more energy tank I can grab on the way to Dragon, and I think that'll give me sufficient energy to grapple him to death. Or her, as the case may be. And then I just need to worry about surviving Ridley. You know, I knew there was a power bomb door here somewhere. I just jumped the gun a wee bit. So I hope this speed run has been fun to watch so far. We're coming up on the 1 hour mark. So got a couple of very tricky areas left. It's becoming less and less certain that I'm going to break my previous record, but I'm damn sure going to try. I should have just rolled. Yep, really should have just rolled. Oh well. My wall jumping is failing me at the moment. It's really failing me. Do I still only have 5 super missiles? Because that's a very low amount. Like, very low. I need to also keep in mind that I'm going to need a lot of missiles and super missiles to actually get to the mother brain at the end. Oh boy. You know what? I need to actually correct something I said earlier. This is my least favorite room in the game. This is absolutely, without a doubt, my least favorite room in the game. It is so hard to get out of the sand if you fall into it. Phew. Alright, only fell into the sand once, and I got out of it fairly quickly, so I was very lucky that time. Because that room can really eat up a lot of your time. Wait, I don't want to go this way. I want to go this way. Oops, that was not on purpose. One of the coolest moments in the whole game, right there. So this is another room that can eat up a lot of time if you're not careful. Wait, is that the right way? I feel like this isn't the right way. I don't even remember what's up here. No, I want to go to the right. What's up there, though? Now I'm curious. I do not remember that part at all. Oh, jeez. It's possible I could skip some of this, maybe? Whew! That was some acrobatics right there. Ooh! Not quite. Great physics engine in this game. Cannot say enough about the physics engine. It is amazing. So well done. I believe this is where you fight the snake, perhaps? No, not quite. Nicely done. Whew, okay. This is where you fight the snake. Yes. I have one super missile. I'm not worried about losing the fight. It's just a question of how quickly I can get this guy out of the way. Yep, got that one on there. When you only have one super missile hit, you gotta make sure you hit it. This charged Spazer is actually very powerful. I would not be a bit surprised if it were more powerful than the standard missiles. Which begs the question of what the standard missiles are good for at this point in the game, aside from opening doors. And speaking of missiles, my super missiles are super low, so we're going to have to do something about that. Speaking of which, yes, that'll do. So this is the other energy tank that I was talking about. That is an absolute must to grab. I don't know if I could defeat Dragon or Ridley without that energy tank. More wall jump fails. Damn it. Alright, gotta concentrate here. Don't want to miss this jump. Okay, this is the one time in the game, I think, that I'm gonna actually save. I might save at like the final save point, maybe. Possibly. Now, there's an easy to get missile container over here, so I'm gonna go ahead and grab that. Whatever helps me get to Mother Brain without having to go back and recharge my missiles will be a good thing. Ooh, I nailed that. So yeah, you want to take those guys out. Now you've got all these accessible grappling points. I saved, right? Because I don't want to risk anything here. Perfect. Alright. My energy is kinda low, so I'm not too sure about this. Oh man. It's not good. Ooh! Got him. Alright. Phew. Huh. That actually doesn't take as much of my energy as I thought it did. I thought it was like a 300-400 energy kind of move, but it only took about 150. And now we have the saddest moment of the game. Okay, so space boots acquired. Space jump boots, rather. Very cool. One of the coolest items ever in a game. I wish that the space jump had gotten into Metroid Prime. It's in Metroid Prime 2, at least. Although it's very different in Metroid Prime 2 than it is here. It doesn't give you a whole lot of freedom of movement like it does in the two-dimensional Metroid games. Should I save? No, I'm not gonna save. Oh, there goes my momentum. See, once you have the space jump, you can just kind of brute force your way through everything. Just get some momentum, get some steam behind your jump, and go for it. still only have 5 super missiles. Not optimum. Not optimum at all. But we'll see what happens. And yes, if this looks familiar, this is the room that I came through earlier. Difference is that now I can go up to the top and get the plasma beam. Whew, that was close. Just barely caught that wall as I fell down. God damn it. This guy needs to get out of my way. There we go. This is really getting a little bit frustrating here. Okay, I think I need to just kind of relax a little bit here. I'm getting a little wound up since we're close to the end and I don't want to mess it up. But I think I just need to relax a little bit because I'm making some slip-ups here. We don't want that. So these guys are immune to everything except the plasma beam. Interesting. So yeah, this is 2 beams instead of 3, but it's much more powerful. That should do it. Wait, what? Did I miss one somewhere? Oh, geez, there's one on the wall. There we go. Boom, got him. Yeah, I'm really having a lot of issues with my jumps currently. The space jump, wall jumps. Just having some issues getting it to jump exactly when I want it to, and I'm actually wondering if it might be an input lag situation. It's a bit unusual at the moment. So yeah, this room isn't so bad now. Just get that momentum, soar right over it. Trying to remember the fastest way to get to Ridley. I know that there are a few tricks you can do at this point in the game, but I think I'm just gonna go through the save room and plow my way through those flea guys. Just kind of run through them. There we go. And hopefully this puts me roughly where I want to be. I could have sworn that there was a shortcut there. Now, for whatever reason, this part of the game I'm less familiar with. Just the final couple of areas, they're much less fresh in my mind than the early game. this is where you want to drop down. Oops. Alright, I need to conserve energy because the Golden Torizo fight is coming up, and it is not easy at all. You can really get blitzed very quickly in that fight. Ooh, had some good momentum on that jump. Alright, here we go. One of the toughest fights in the game. Whew. Yeah, see what I mean? That guy can do some serious damage. Do not take him lightly. And the screw attack. The game is now over because now I can just jump through everything that moves. And, yeah. Game is now officially over. Oh, shoot. You know what? I gotta go in here. What are we at on time? We've got, oh man, we are cutting it so close. We are really cutting it close. This is a surprise. I was expecting to really cut a lot of time off of my previous record with that mock ball technique. Oof. I need to start working on getting that momentum before I do these long jumps. So that'll do it for energy tanks, except for the one right after Ridley. I think I'm actually finishing this game with significantly more energy than I have on previous playthroughs. So it's possible, like 1 or 2 energy tanks more than, or rather, can't talk, 1 or 2 more energy tanks than I did on my fastest run, if I'm not mistaken. Which tells me that I could actually probably let go a couple of these energy tanks. I know I said I was going to avoid save points, but I just want to be safe here. Man, we are down to the wire on time here. Absolutely down to the wire. Could go either way. Kind of overusing the power bombs a little there. The key with these guys is to try and fight them one at a time. Also, they always become vulnerable after they jump. I know it's possible to finish them off in one vulnerability phase, but you have to be very exact about what you use to attack them during that vulnerability phase. Alright, here we go. Toughest fight in the game, probably. Jesus, I'm just absolutely wasting my super missiles here. This guy takes this many hits to defeat with these super powerful weapons I have now. Why the hell did he run away from me at the beginning when I had, like, nothing? Uh-oh. This is cutting it very close here. How is he still alive? Whew! Wow. I've had some close fights in this game, but that was right up there. I'm not sure if it was the last speedrun or the one before that, but there was one fight, I think it was Fantoon, where I ended the fight with like 3 health left. Something like that. No reserve tanks either. At least here I have that reserve tank. Though a lot of good it's going to do me when I'm fighting a boss that hits for like 80 points per hit, but at least it's there, you know. And that energy tank in his room there, very useful because it'll keep me from getting killed by one of these scrub enemies out here. Alright. Be nice if I could refill some super missiles on the way, but there we go. So these guys, just want to bypass them completely. There we go. I need that. Wait, I still only have 5 of these? Are you kidding me right now? No. No, I have more than 5. You just get 1 at a time, that's all. Weird. Okay. Okay. We're doing okay. Now, I believe the fastest way out of this area is to go this way. God damn it. This guy. Here we go. Okay, slow it down just a little bit here. Take a breath. Whew. Okay, take a breath. We're almost there. We're almost at the end here. So if you haven't already picked up the wave beam, I presume this would be a good time to do it. Oof. I wanted to do like a sideways, kind of horizontal dash with that. Just thought it would be kind of cool, but didn't work out that way. Alright, what's the fastest way back to the surface? Probably the way I went before. Probably. So this time I don't have to bother with the ice beam. I can just kind of bop on up. However, this part up here, you don't want to do that, because these platforms can actually be destroyed by the screw attack. So we want to turn that off. Turn on the ice beam. We're going to need the ice beam for the Metroids anyway, so I'm okay with having it on now. Whoa. It just froze all of them at once. Oh, nice. Okay, screw attack can go back on now. Ooh, there we go. Get a little momentum, try not to hit anything. Nice. Nice. Man, it's so OP once you have the screw attack. I think the Golden Chorizo might be the pinnacle of this game's difficulty. And then you get the screw attack, and then boom. It's basically a god mode from that point onward. Okay, almost there, almost there, almost there. Man, we are cutting it on time here. Cutting it so close. Zippity-boo-bop! I should just run all the way through. I'd like to get my ammo back, but oh well, too late now. You know, ICP has a song called I'm Not Gonna Let This Pass Me By. Well, just now I let it pass me by. Ran right past the ship. Oh well. Forget it. I'm just gonna run through these guys. This is a great room for practicing with momentum, by the way. That room that I just ran through. Absolutely an awesome room for just practicing things in general. It's this great big open hallway with nothing in it. Get a little running start. Work on your dashing, your jumping, your dash jumping. It's great for all that stuff. By the way, this statue is very cool. Very cool, iconic statue. Shows you the 4 main bosses of the game. Just practicing with my space jumping right now. So I think I'm going to save at this last save point, even though I can barely afford to spare any time right now. I'm going to go ahead and save just in case. You know, I might get killed by the mother brain, I might run out of missiles, we don't know what's going to happen. The missile thing is actually looking highly likely right now. Actually, you know what, I think I've got a few minutes to spare here. But a few minutes to spare can run out very quickly. So I'm not going to take it for granted at all. Almost there. Don't get caught. Cannot afford to spend that time. Cannot afford a capture. If one of these things catches you, it takes usually quite a bit of time to break free from it. Okay, I'm going to keep my super missiles topped out. I think that's probably the best thing I can do at the moment. So I'm going to get a missile refill over here, but that's just regular missiles. So we want to keep the super missiles as intact as possible. That's going to help me break through to the mother brain. I'm just going to use the charged plasma beam to actually defeat the mother brain, but that first part you need to use missiles. So come on, get it over with. Ha! I got out of the room before it did. I won the race. I didn't even know you could do that. Oh shoot, what am I doing? Hold on. Yeah, missiles are going to be a problem, I'm afraid. My missile count is just very low. Yeah, it's looking very likely that I'm going to have to go back and recharge, which is going to eat up quite a bit of valuable time. Should I go for it? Should I just go for it? I should probably just go for it. I'm just going to go for it. Here we go. I really need more missiles, but... oh well. Here we go. Here goes nothing. And I missed one. Great. I missed two. I think I messed that up. I messed it up. I'm pretty sure I just ended any possibility of breaking my own record. What I should have done is gone back and recharged. And then I would have had those super missiles too, because I can't get those super missiles back. They're gone. I don't need them for the actual fight, but they would certainly expedite the breaking of the glass case. Damn it. Whew. Man, I wonder how much time that cost me. I'm guessing about 3 minutes or so, which is a lot. It's a lot when you're on this kind of a time frame. I hope I have enough missiles to actually break through this. Yeah, you cannot use the charge shot on this part. That's what I thought. Not good. Man, it'd be nice if these things would stop. There we go. So you only need about 45 missiles to break this case at the end. If you have less than that, it's not even worth trying. Or if you have fewer than that, it's not even worth trying. Just practicing my wall jumping. You know what? I'm not even going to bother dodging. We need to just get this fight over with as quickly as humanly possible. Ouch! Please survive this. Please survive this. I don't know if I'm going to survive this. Whew, okay. See, that's not a guaranteed thing right there. It is possible to actually lose this fight. It's possible for her to actually do the beam attack a second time, which will kill you. Depends on how much energy you have at that point. If you have enough to survive the first one, then you're probably okay. But if you have a ton of energy, she might do it a second time. You might not survive that one. There's actually a number of ways that this fight can go. Now, if the amount of energy you have is like in the mid-range, like what most players probably get here with, you know, 6, 7, 8 energy tanks, you're probably going to be fine. As long as you don't get killed during that last little phase just now where you're getting hit with its regular attacks. Now, if you come in here with like a full complement of 12, 14 energy tanks, she's going to hit you with the big beam several times, and you may well lose. So, kind of funny how that works out. Okay, well, another very sad moment, but it'll give us the power we need to end this thing, and then we will escape and wait with bated breath to find out if I actually finished my speed run with a new record time. Alright, fight over. It'd be nice if it would stop knocking me out of my jumps. Seriously? I keep falling out of my space jump for no apparent reason. I'm not sure what the deal is there, but I don't like it. I will not be saving the animals because I just won't, okay? Because I gotta beat my time here. I don't have time. If I save the animals, it might mess everything up. God damn it. Alright. I'm gonna save the animals. I'll just go ahead. I'll do it. I'll save the animals. Might need some food on the ship, you know? I need something to eat later, so I'll save the animals just for that reason. Okay, great. Get out of here. Bye. Damn it. Get up there. This is probably the fastest escape sequence I've ever done. Look at that. I have almost a minute left on the clock. Alright. Game over and time. Let's find out if I've broken my previous record. Nay, shattered my previous record. I really don't know at the moment. According to my watch over here, it's not looking too good. It's gonna be close. So, 1 hour and 38 minutes, my previous record. 1:38. Let's see what we've got here. This is it. What? Okay, the item jingles definitely do not count towards your time. And I would venture to say that the save point animation also does not count. Wow. 1 hour and 20 minutes. Whoa. Okay, I'm shocked. I have never come anywhere near that before. Damn. Wow. Whew. Well, my watch was way off. Whew. Okay, well, the bar has been set. The bar has officially been set. 1 hour and 20 minutes. How will I do next year? I guess we'll find out. So yeah, tune in, summer 2019. If we're all still here, I will be doing another Super Metroid speedrun, probably, if I remember. And we'll see how it goes. We'll see if I can somehow beat my time of 1 hour and 20 minutes. Whew! Alright, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to go have some spicy chicken wings now with some of my special hot sauces from Heatonist. And I will catch you guys on the flip side.